Alright guys, it's me.
H-Man Ham here.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
H-Man Ham here
It's gonna be a long
with...
night. T-Rex.
And Discreet Penguin.
This is our
Very
podcast,
first
our
podcast
very first
ever.
podcast.
I'm gonna feed Greco some grapes.
Oh,
Sit off the
Jesus. This will be exciting.
vine. I'm gonna feed Harry.
This was not scripted. Just so you know, it's not scripted.
It's not scripted.
We have
I
no
have
script
these
whatsoever.
grapes straight off the vine. So yeah, we don't. We actually, if you're watching the video, there's no papers in front of us, obviously.
Jesus.
Come on, Ian. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Greco just picks one off the group. Oh,
Oh my
catch that
god,
one.
this
Catch
is
that
gonna
one.
be.
There we go. Alright,
Gentlemen,
that's enough for now. We'll
Gentlemen,
finish
this is a podcast.
We're feeding. For those of you who can't watch,
This is a podcast.
if the video's cut out, I'm feeding him grapes. I just fed him grapes out of the vine.
Gentlemen, this is a podcast.
This is a podcast. How many
Alright.
times are you gonna say that, Greco?
As many times until you recognize that I said it.
All right, I'm gonna eat another one of these.
Okay, well, let's get going.
We can't just be eating grapes the whole time. We have
yeah.
to talk about something.
Hey, we are talking right now. Okay, well, what are we gonna start off with? What do you guys have on our list?
Well, so on the list that is actually not written right now,
Yep.
we have several things.
It's
One of
written,
them
just
is
not here.
we're gonna be telling stories.
Yep, stories.
I'm gonna have like
We're gonna have a brief.
I'm gonna have a very brief quote of the week that might come.
and also
at the
a
end. I'm not
brief-
sure.
brief Game of Thrones.
Oh,
We're not going.
Okay,
We're not telling the whole
I'll have
story.
a
On the
weekly
screen.
exposition of
Brief.
Game of Thrones background. I'm gonna start today with Robert's Rebellion. It depends on how distracted I get. I might just cut it out.
You might.
Because last time it took me 12 hours.
Yeah, it took me the
Yeah.
entire Battlefield game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 45 minutes. It was a while.
I
Because I
kept
kept getting distracted. But that was because I was playing Guild Wars at the same time, and I can't do two things.
What?
Except for eat grapes and talk.
Oh God, I'm drama grape.
Well, it's only.
Just eat
Harry's
it.
fault.
It's grapes.
Yeah, come on. Eat it, Greco.
This is very soft, though.
We're in-
Some
We're in
puree
H-Man
in there.
hands.
No, don't put my popcorn.
We're in his headquarters right now.
It's very cramped.
All huddled in this one room. It's really warm in here. I'm
not warm.
very cozy right now.
Yeah,
I'm
you
very
have your
cozy.
sweatshirt on.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Jacob always has his hands in his pants.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
you-
stop.
Not right now, but
Which is the first.
I have very, very itchy balls.
Okay.
I apologize, but
you know, it's always.
you also just announced that was scripted into the video.
Jerry.
Good work.
Jerry.
This is
We're
very
too good.
free form if you can't tell.
Right. So let's start off with storytelling.
Yeah. Does anyone have a good story to tell? I came prepared.
Fight at school.
Oh, you wanna
there-
take this one?
I have no clue how it went, but it happened. We were all sitting out at lunch,
Oh yeah, this was pretty
and
funny.
it was very inconspicuous, but at one second.
So word starts traveling around the room. First off, we have a pretty big cafeteria, and in our school you can basically go anywhere.
Great.
Jesus, are you Michael?
We're gonna.
So okay. I had
Technical
aneurysm problems.
difficulties.
Yeah, aneurysm right there?
I had an aneurysm. So
Stroke. Let's be honest.
we can go anywhere in the school during lunch. So there's people all over the place. So word starts spreading around that there's a fight going to go down, and everybody's kind of you can feel the tension in the
Yeah,
air. You can, like,
everyone's
through it like a knife. Everybody's whispering about it, and everybody you can tell everybody's looking around and like
And of
waiting
course
for it to
I can
happen.
hear
Where's it gonna happen?
And then somehow the fight quotation marks only consisted of
One punch.
one punch. This kid threw a punch at another kid, caught him
Wasn't
in the
it,
face,
just
and then they got
Yeah,
and
Drew
they got
Snyder and
pulled
Dan
apart.
Gockman.
Yeah, Dan Cockface or whatever.
Gockbon.
I'm gonna say
Isn't he a
Cockface.
freshman?
That's Slender.
Dan-
That's Slenderman. That's Slender.
That's Slenderman. Yes, he
Slender.
punched Slenderman out. He's
no,
my
that's
hero.
Slander. Bitch.
It is Slender, yeah, but
Yeah.
So anyway, so then and when the fight begins, which of course only lasts about 10 seconds.
Yes.
About
Maybe
95%
the
of the
school.
cafeteria gets up all at
Just
once
books it.
in
Just
unison
books it.
and starts running out like goddamn Moses
And,
is parting
like-
the Red Seas and the Jews are getting out of Egypt. And they are
Bible
just,
reference.
they are booking it, the New Testament I believe. They are
gosh.
maybe the old. Probably old.
Jesus was not alive. Okay, we're not.
I said
I'm not
Moses,
talking about
not Jesus. Anyway,
Yeah, Jesus. Was
everybody
not alive.
books like a pack of gazelles. Everybody's just booking it out of the room at full, like Mach 80. Jono is just screaming as he runs out.
it was like
very funny.
DEFCON 1.
Were you there?
I was not there.
It was very good to watch, and we're just looking at it like this is
Retarded.
The
I was
fight's already
gonna
over
go,
at this
but
point.
then I didn't.
Yeah, Harry, you were like getting up to go break it up, and then Charlie's like, "No, sit down." You're like, "Sorry." It's
Sorry.
pretty funny.
All right, that's one story.
That's one story. I'll think of another one. I had a good one planned, but didn't
Oh,
write
well,
it
let's
down.
talk about some gaming news.
Yeah. Okay. Also, another thing we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about mods because if you
At
if
some
you've seen
point,
us stream,
at some point, let's do
if you-
gaming news
okay,
now.
yeah.
All right, so get your computer.
What? Yeah, you get your
My
computer.
computer's right there.
Well,
Conveniently,
first of all,
some gaming news is up right now on my screen. Telltale Games is gonna have a Tales of the Borderlands game, which is
Can you bring your computer over?
yeah. Can you pass it to me?
Sure.
Unplug the power cord.
Yeah, I'll plug everything.
Well, not the mouse.
We don't even need a mouse.
what is this?
That's the mouse.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Anyway,
Well, read about it.
Yeah. So
Well, it's always going to be about Borderlands.
it's if you've played the Walking Dead Telltale
Or,
Games version, which
Wolf
was
Among Us.
spectacular, the Wolf Among Us.
I never played it.
I watched
I
it.
have.
Very good
Fantastic.
looking.
What was it about?
It was about.
It's through a comic.
It's
not a comic.
It's like a fairy tale, like all the fairy tales. Like there's the big bad wolf, and there's like all
Snow
like,
White.
Snow White, and everyone, and
I'll feed you later.
the big bad wolf is the investigator.
Yeah, he's like.
Is it
he's
kind of
a
like
detective.
hoodwinked?
Yeah, but better.
A little bit,
not
yeah,
funny.
but better.
Well, it's actually there's got some good humor in it.
Yeah.
The art is really weird.
Well, because it's Telltale
I
Games.
like that kind of
It's
art.
Telltale Games.
That art,
Well, you know how the background is always like you don't actually. The city is just like the sky is always blue or some weird ass color. I hate
Yeah.
that because it just
well, it's always
it
nice.
makes me feel sick. But
Okay, well,
Anyway.
I don't mind that.
That's a thing.
I think it's quite well.
I don't like feeling sick. But anyway,
It's going to be about Borderlands.
so it's about Borderlands and it's gonna be an episodic game. This is
So
gonna
like Walking
appear
Dead.
in 2014. It says first appear, which means yeah, it's gonna be episodic. That's all they know.
Episodic.
And just knowing kind of Borderlands, and I think it's going to be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
comedic because of all the stories. If you played Borderlands 2, I think it's really good.
It's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun game.
It's gonna be like a choice well, it's Telltale Games.
I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be very similar to The Walking Dead, but
Or Wolf Among Us if you played.
yeah, Wolf Among Us.
Speaking of which,
If they come in here, we all shoot them.
we shoot
I actually put it away because I didn't want Lynn to be like, "Oh, the fuck's gun is this?"
airsoft gun, please.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a very small.
We do
I
not
have a
condone
snub-nosed
shooting with
airsoft
small.
revolver.
Alright,
We not condone shooting.
what were you
small
gonna say?
children.
Who was gonna say that?
No, it was
you were talking about
Speaking of which,
Oh, yeah, he said.
Walking Dead season 2 of
coming out in December. This video is no longer timeless. This podcast is no longer timeless. I apologize.
What's time stream?
Now it's
like you can listen to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't just.
So it comes out this December. It's later on, actually.
So wait,
10
what?
days from now. In 10 days.
Timeless?
It's
What does
the
timeless
17th.
mean?
Don't worry about timeless.
yeah, just,
Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry.
it's like when you listen to it and you don't like.
Yeah.
It's not like a set date because now when people hear it, they would have to be before December because then.
So how
Walking Dead
did
season
you?
2. Anyway,
Let's get moving. So did you two
I'm confused.
play?
Starbound.
Did you two? Not. I wasn't talking about Starbound.
Okay,
Shut
well,
your
continue.
mouth, Greco.
Our
Coming
story-
soon.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Continue with story.
You
You bastard.
did you both play Walking Dead Telltale?
Yeah, I played
Season one?
decent amount. I played
Yes.
probably season 1, yeah.
Did you? Did you finish?
Yeah.
I did the whole thing.
I didn't do 400 days yet. I
Oh, that's
have it.
stupid.
It's very short. And
It
it's-
is short.
It's very short.
It's
I
just
watched
called-
it.
yeah.
I mean, it's like
It's very short.
it's the
And
point
I
of
mean,
view for like each person.
There's 3 characters and each character is about 20 minutes apiece. There's what 5 characters? 5.
Yeah.
And then one last one who wraps all the stories together.
Yep.
And I didn't like it as much as the first season.
Yeah,
I watched
yep.
it. I didn't play it, but apparently it's gonna have impact in season 2. I'm gonna have to play it soon. I mean, of course.
Wait, there's
it's
season
okay.
2 Walking Dead? Oh yeah, I saw that on Reddit.
We were just talking about that.
Shut up. Yep.
So season 2 is gonna be good. It's gonna be focused around Clementine. Let's
Yes.
spoiler alert here.
Clem.
Yeah, you're gonna play as Clementine.
Well, you played it.
Let's,
That is fantastic. I'm excited.
No, you didn't. You played as
Man,
Lee.
shut up, Joe.
So
Play as
um,
Clementine.
I'm staring at your glasses right now because you
Thank
never wear your glasses.
I always wear my
You're gonna
glasses.
Clementine. Let's talk about the ending for a minute here of season 1.
Whoa.
Yeah, spoilers.
Are we gonna talk about?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Please skip to.
I'll insert a little. I won't insert.
Yeah,
it.
no, you
just,
won't.
just mute it for like.
Well, we'll put an annotate.
I'll
We'll put an
insert. I'll
annotation.
insert. Yeah, we'll put an annotate. Okay. I'll make Greco do it for me.
No,
So,
I'm terrible at editing. Continue.
so
Spoiler.
basically,
Now.
What did you guys think of the ending? Let's talk about that for a minute.
I
It's an old
forget.
game.
I honestly forget it.
The ending, I loved it. I'm gonna be honest.
Can you tell me anything? I don't know what the
cried.
ending was.
I cried.
You cried.
Yeah.
I had tears. I was not like, oh, I wasn't bawling, but I had like.
There,
Yeah,
there
there was one little-
It wasn't.
tear.
It wasn't even that one little tear. It was just my eyes were welling up, and I was like, I'm actually feeling emotion right now.
First time in 16 years.
And that's what. Yes, for time. This is. I was like,
Go
this
through
is
five,
this
five.
is one of the first times I've actually felt emotion during a video game, and it was just a spectacular moment for me.
I don't even know the ending. I don't. I
So
don't
basically, Lee gets bit at the end of
Yeah,
episode 4,
I remember that.
or
Yeah.
was it episode 5? They
Yeah.
had like 6 or 5 episodes.
And you have the
The
choice
second
to like
to last
cut
one,
off your arm
yeah, it
or
doesn't.
keep
It doesn't really make. I cut it off.
I
'cause
did,
I thought
yeah.
it would make a difference.
I
but
would. Yeah, I
it
was
clearly
like,
wouldn't
Lee
have
has to
it.
survive.
At that point, it would not have made a difference.
Yeah. Although I think if you keep it on, since you like die, I think you can save someone else if you keep the arm on.
No, you can't.
Isn't it?
Everyone. I mean, unless you make bad choices. But Kenny dies either way.
Yeah, Kenny. Oh,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Poor Kenny.
What was that? What was that little
I feel
kid's
like
name?
Duck.
I'm gonna
Fucking
Duck. No, not
Duck.
Duck.
I
No.
hated.
Clementine?
No,
Duck,
the-
Duck is the little kid.
No, not the little kid. The teenager guy.
Oh, Ben?
Ben.
Did you? Okay, which one did you guys have? Did you
I-
drop Ben from the,
I
from the
watched-
thing?
I watched.
Oh yeah, I keep.
You dropped him off of the bell tower. You are a douche. I saved him. What happened to you?
I watched it.
You
I
let
think
him
I
fall?
watched it of.
Did you let him fall, or did you pick him up from the bell
I
tower?
think we picked him up.
What do you mean we?
I watched it. I played probably like till.
Okay, whatever. You probably picked him up because you're not a dick like Greco.
Okay. There's obvious reasons to drop him.
Cause Kenny.
Kenny came. Well, Kenny's death, if you brought Ben back up, was so much more rewarding because you're jumping across a balcony to
Yeah.
another building. Ben takes the thing off. He gets speared by it. Kenny goes down. Makes up
I
with the
welled
kid.
up when Ben died. 'Cause
I was
very
like,
unexpected
Kenny,
to
this
me.
is. Well, I knew he was gonna die, but when Kenny threw me behind the thing and locked me up, I was like, my heart for the entire last episode. I think it was called No Time Left. Let me look it up right now. I was feeling emotion the entire time. It was not necessary. It wasn't even the action, but it was just the. I was getting stressed, and I genuinely cared about the characters at that point.
Yeah.
And it was just Walking Dead.
Probably gonna be.
It was such a good. It was just so well done. And when Kenny died, I didn't even have words to say. And he stands
like-
there, uses his last bullet to take Ben out, and that was just the most crushing thing. But it was
Wait,
so
what happened?
good.
What happened to Ben?
Ben dislodged the edge of the balcony, fell down,
got.
and it went out through his
chest.
back. It was like one of the spikes. It went through all the way
Oh.
through his chest, and he was
Jesus.
like immobile. And so Kenny went out into the alley with him. Of course, there's walkers coming from both sides, and Kenny's like, "All right, I'll stay here. Either I get him out or I see my family again." I think that's actually the exact quote.
Mm-hmm.
And then if Lee's like, "No, dude, you're not gonna do that," he throws Lee
Whoa.
behind a fence and locks the door so he can't do anything. And then you see him like fighting off zombies, and then he's got one bullet left. And instead of killing himself, he kills Ben to spare him from being eaten alive, because earlier in the, like 5 seconds earlier, he said that was like his worst fear.
Yeah.
And he kills Ben out of mercy, and then gets devoured. And it was such a redeeming moment for Kenny.
After we talk about this, I have another thing to bring up. Actually.
Okay. But when Lee died, those last few minutes with Clementine in that jewelry, I think it was a jewelry store.
Yeah.
I
think
I don't even have words to say. I was just it was so profound. It was so. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you,
Are
website.
you done?
It was so profound.
And I want to say something else.
Yeah.
Oh, you got.
Greco, go.
What I also liked was the development of Kenny. Like at first, they made Ken like you didn't know who to trust, obviously at the beginning, and then Kenny came off pretty much kind of as a dick, like as the one who was like, "I'm gonna take charge. I'm gonna survive no matter what means." And then after
Well, that's
like,
actually the exact way that Lily went about it. He was the opposite.
Mhm.
He was like, "I'm gonna save my family at all means, but I'm not gonna."
well, like he.
Yeah.
The thing was like, he would do anything to save his family. Like,
But he wouldn't compromise his humanity for. He was an idealist. He was definitely a flawed character, and he's such a good character on that basis alone. Because he had flaws, and they were openly acknowledged continuously, and you kept seeing them over and over again, and you could. I mean, there was the Kenny that everyone loves, and there's the Kenny that drops the salt lick on Larry's head.
Yep.
But
But see, like that's the thing. Like,
it's just the hypocrisy that it's such a human thing, and that was just such a great development of the character. And I honestly would say, besides Clementine, I would actually say
Kenny.
excluding Clementine, he is the most developed character in that game. He not even excluding. He is the most developed because he's such a good character. You love him and you hate him all at once, and he's like a real person in that sense. I mean,
well, it's like he changed so much. Like when you look at him at the beginning of the game and looking at him at the end of the game is what I'm trying to like.
That too.
Here,
Yeah.
like you know the Kenny at the beginning of the game, who like obviously like so zombie outbreak just happened. All of them meet. All right, and then like there's this overall tension in the air and all that, and he just doesn't know what to do. And then there's like the end Kenny,
and that you didn't get to witness it because he died. He fell down and like saved Krista, right? He jumped down into the That's pretty cool too. But I liked the Ben, and because he'd spent like 3 episodes screaming at Ben about basically killing his family.
Yeah.
And then he completely 180'd, and it was just that's what I would have done. Like, so good.
All right, now on the same topic of Game of Thrones and Telltale Games.
Oh, but there we go. That
There
wasn't
is-
a joke at all. Why did I?
Coming in
Yeah.
2014 from GameSpot Online, Telltale Games has confirmed rumors that it is working on an episodic adventure series of Game of Thrones. A teaser
I'm
trailer
right
for the
now.
there's a teaser trailer. You should watch. Check
Looking
this
it up
out.
right now.
This year's Spike's VGX Awards. The theme's HBO's TV. Yeah, so they're making. So along with another episode of The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, the Just Amounts Tales from Borderlands, they're gonna have another Game of Thrones. All this coming out in 2014.
They're gonna have a great year in 2014.
Yeah, they are.
It's gonna be, especially season 2
lot of
of
money.
Walking Dead. I'm gonna be throwing money at them, and just they're gonna be brutalized with the amount of money I'm throwing at them. Also, can we talk about?
Because I'm a PC gamer, these guys are they're PC gamers, but
Yeah.
they don't play.
They're also console gamers.
Oh, yeah, they're also console gamers. They have yet to play Battlefield 4 and on the PC.
Let's not
No.
get carried away. We play Battlefield. Me and Greco actually both play Battlefield 4 together with
but not on
our
the
other
PC.
friends
Not on the PC,
on
but
the Xbox.
it's just talking about the PC. I have been very disappointed in Battlefield 4 on PC because
Really?
they're every time I play a game, I can probably get 2 matches in and it crashes. And
Doesn't crash for me.
okay, casual gamers win. I don't care if you're a console gamer. I don't care if you're a PC gamer. I don't care if you're playing Xbox 360, PS4, PS3. I don't give a shit. I was very disappointed and with who makes it?
EA. Okay, let's talk about my hatred for EA for a minute. Can we go on a sub-tangent?
Well, I never forgot to finish with mine.
Yeah, let's finish with his.
So
And then we'll go to
Battlefield 4,
something.
every couple matches it just crashes and just pisses me off. It's just what's been going on recently. That's me.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
my hatred of EA. So let's go back to probably 2009. This is a story in and of itself. This is
Alright.
actually back to story time. Here we go. We are at 30 dicks. That's a measure of time.
Sure.
So it's been 30 minutes.
Okay.
Probably not. It's been less. I mean, we probably started a little later than 9:30, but
Yeah. a little
30
later.
dicks.
There you go.
I started thinking about dicks and then.
God.
so moving on from dicks.
Still thinking about dicks, aren't you?
I can't stop thinking about dicks.
You
Oh,
want me to say something?
what am I?
EA, 2009.
EA 2009.
Alright,
Here we
there
go.
you go.
So I pick up Mass Effect 1.
Oh, we're gonna
On
go.
the way.
No, we're not.
This is shut up, Greg.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God.
I'll make
We
it.
don't have
I'll
time
make
for
it
a
brief.
Mass
I'll make
Effect.
it brief. It'll be 10 minutes.
No, Jesus.
Wait,
Can I? How about other gaming news? It's
Can we
quick.
go back to this real quick? Don't.
You can
we'll
go back to
go
Mass
back.
Effect.
We'll go back.
Trust
We're
me,
just gonna
you will
stop
have-
right now before you fart.
Actually,
Zach.
you know
have
what?
your time.
We'll do this at another episode. But basically, I
Cool.
hate EA.
Yeah.
Hey, well, who doesn't?
We'll come back to it in another episode. Somebody write that
Spoiler
down.
alert: Mass Effect 3 ending.
Don't even talk about it because you're gonna get me going.
I already
You have
said
a pen over
spoiler
there,
alert.
Eric?
What? Someone give me a goddamn pen! Yeah, you're there.
There you
That's
go.
not a pen.
I
That's,
wrote it down.
There.
You
Oh,
did.
there you go. Right on the ground.
Right there. It's embedded in the granite.
No, I'm gonna make a note on my computer.
do that.
Okay. Hopefully, I don't.
I'll talk about more gaming news that I have.
Talk about no Survivor 2998.
That's what I was going with actually. So
More chips in the
Survivor
face.
$22.99. You guys
Oh,
probably heard
that
about
general
this.
rate.
This
There
has
are
come
my
out for
notes.
about a month. This has been going on for about a month now. It just ended today actually.
Yeah.
So this is a spoiler for those of you who haven't figured this out already.
Go check out
Go type in TheSurvivor2299.com.
.com. I searched it.
It would be better if you typed it in yesterday. Thank you, Greco,
Yep.
for making that note. Is there anything to drink over there? Or did we?
No,
There's like
but-
icy Coke, but it's
Okay.
gross.
So,
It's very
So basically, it was this website that showed a countdown and had some messages in it. Came up on the Fallout Reddit page, and together, basically like everybody, the word spread like wildfire,
It really
and
did.
they started decoding the Morse code in the background on
Yeah.
the page because the countdown was to VGX. And if you know about the Fallout lore, 2299 is I think like 18 years after Fallout New Vegas. I think it is 18 years actually. So nothing's really been confirmed as to happening quite then yet, but that's like it's a reasonable time for the next game to come out, right? So so they decoded the Morse code, and there was a lot of things mentioned about the Institute, which is, if you know, again, Fallout lore, in the Commonwealth, which is Massachusetts, it's MIT, and there's a lot of science going on, a lot of like super science laser guns going on there. He's looking at Starbound right now.
shut your mouth.
Okay, do not talk about Starbound. Is that the gaming user you're gonna bring up?
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring up more,
talk
though.
about Starbound, and then we're gonna go to mods after this. So
Well, it's not just Starbound.
shut your goddamn mouth, Greg.
It was very fun.
Shut
I
your whore mouth when I'm speaking.
logged a couple hours in it.
Shut it.
There you go. Great job. You don't need to shut it. You can't
got
figure
me
the
off-
words.
You got me off track.
You're talking about 18 years after.
Yes. So it
Jesus.
shows up. People decode the Morse code. It starts coming together that it's basically people start figuring out this is going to be, and the website is licensed to ZeniMax Media, which is the company that.
Well, that's what the guy said.
I think it's been confirmed that it actually is, though. I feel like look it up, but I feel like that's what it is. Anyway, I feel like it was taken on more than just a whim. It's registered on GoDaddy.com as ZeniMax Media. So,
yeah. All right.
which is really weird, which makes me think it's not actually what it is. But so
Totally.
continuing. The countdown goes down to VGX, and people are like, "This is going to be the Fallout 4 reveal, finally." So today, somebody refreshed the page, some poor sap, and found the giant words, "That's all for now, folks," accompanied by the Rickroll in the background. Some asshole had decided to Rickroll the entire Fallout fan base. Yeah, and that's what happened. It was awful. It was an atrocious experience.
Also, if you hate him, you click the link.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
says,
I went to the link.
He says like, if you hate me, click this, and you click on it, and it goes to a page, and it's that GIF of the door in Fallout opening, and the letters behind it. "Fuck you" on the brick wall. He's just an asshole. Like
Hey, he went through a lot and it paid off for him, I think.
he rickrolled the entire universe.
Yeah, and I actually give props to him.
I give props to him, but he's an ass about it.
Props.
Like, oh god. I mean, he was kind of like, don't hate Bethesda because this isn't their fault or something. The thing that got me was Bethesda. When Bethesda was asked about it, they were like, no comment. They didn't deny.
Well, actually, there were actually tweets from them saying
Well,
like,
the tweet was yesterday.
yeah, they were like,
But up until then, they were like, the tweet said, if you don't see things through an official channel such as this, I think it's just rumors and hoaxes.
But they also said that they don't like to dismiss rumors because that just kind of.
Well, I think that's kind of an asshole move on
Well,
them. They let us all believe.
I find
It was just awful. I was but here's the thing. The website is licensed to ZeniMax Media, so I can't decide. And it did get cut off 5 days before the countdown. Like, why didn't he fuck over everybody on the actual day of the countdown as opposed to 5 days before? Maybe there's so many things that need to be answered. There's so many questions that need to be answered about this. But I don't know. I mean, you can't really believe much more after this and do it. I mean, just because they're not going to reveal it necessarily at VGX doesn't mean they're not going to reveal Fallout 4 at all.
Yeah, it was just him.
It'll probably show up at E3 if nothing else.
Yeah.
Or PAX.
Speaking about,
Maybe going to PAX.
Yeah.
Going to PAX East.
We mentioned that.
I will not be going to PAX.
I'm gonna turn off Greco's phone.
You have your laptops out. You shut off my phone.
I'm like playing Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Are you really?
No, I'm not. But that'd be so funny.
I'm
would
just
not be able
gonna
to
get
go.
back here. I'm just gonna start playing Guild Wars.
I leveled up like 10 times. We've gotten into Guild Wars recently. Very fun game.
Alright, well let's let him.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had
my
news. You had
slight
news.
amount of news that you absolutely hate. All right.
I don't hate it at all. I think
Yes, you do.
I think
Because
it's
you didn't like Terraria.
I didn't.
Oh, Starbound.
Okay. Let's Harry.
Yeah,
you can
Harry.
get back out of this conversation. You can go play Guild Wars for a minute here.
Yeah, you
So-
do whatever.
Starbound looks
Okay.
very good.
Starbound is
It's essentially
it's the same
Terraria.
company. It's the same company
Is
that
it
made
really?
Terraria. Yes. And what they have is they've adopted some of the ideas from Terraria that were good, and then
Except there's a storyline behind it now.
but
And
yeah,
you-
now it's
you
more
are
of a
on-
focus.
You're in a spaceship. It's sci-fi, by the way. You're in a spaceship and you're leaving a home planet that just got destroyed, and then you crash land and you have
Nope.
to start.
Nope.
That's what it says on the page.
What?
Yeah.
Well, the ship
go
is
back to
literally floating.
Well, the
above
ship
planet.
runs out of fuel. Or
Yeah, it runs out of fuel.
But okay, shut your
well, that
goddamn
doesn't
mouth.
crash.
Well, it said you crash land onto another planet. I
Alright,
won't go to it right now,
Okay,
but
whatever.
because that'll take too much time. Anyway,
Thank you for taking over the subject for me, Weez.
yeah, I know. I'm just trying to summarize it. You continue, my friend. You continue.
Okay, well, like I was saying, unlike Terraria, it was more of a.
Totally just bull rushed you. I apologize.
I was like, all right, I'll just let him go off on this rant. Unlike Terraria, where it's just like you're thrown into the world and you have no idea what to do,
No
bosses or
backstory,
anything,
yeah.
like nothing. But with what do you?
I'm singing about Sad Depressed Cop of the Dead Wife.
Okay.
Okay.
It's don't worry about it.
Alright.
So in Starbound now there's actually a quest system that was put in, which is fantastic because it actually like guides you through each step. They give you a log, like a personal log, where it tells you it's pretty much like the tutorial, and it tells you all the key bindings and all that, which is absolutely fantastic because like Terraria, it throws you in there. But the thing was like now you know like what you're doing because you can read the log, and there's like personal logs there too, and then the multiplayer is so much better.
We're at 40 dicks, by the way, roughly
Okay.
speaking.
Nice.
Probably more like 30.
But yeah, Starbound, it's in beta right now. They're still doing a lot to it. They're adding new characters, and there's like new races, and each race has like a different attribute to them. And then there's also like a tech system, and like it's such a large game, but yeah, like I've only played a couple hours into it, and
You played the beta?
yeah,
Or is it released?
it's released as a beta.
Mm.
So you can buy it for $15 and get like pretty much early access to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I've only spent a couple hours in it, but the thing is, like, there's like the fact that like you can the exploration, like just finding out everything by yourself. I love that. And now that like it's somewhat guided, like it tells you go get these, and then you have to go find it, and then like finding new things, and it's a good game if you like
Terraria.
Terraria, but it's more guided.
I
It's
was
more
not a
guided.
fan of Terraria. I bought it.
Once you get into it, Jake, you have to get into it.
Yeah,
I played like maybe 4 hours.
You really have to play it with
I think
friends.
I have 3 hours logged, and I played single player. This was before multiplayer was even released. I think it was still in beta at that point.
No, they always had.
There was a certain point where multiplayer did not exist for Terraria, and that was when I got the game.
Are you
It
sure?
was a long ass time ago, Greco.
Because
Because it was a new thing when you guys told me about it. I was surprised. And I just didn't get into it. I enjoyed it when I played it, but I would not go back to it now. I just didn't. It wasn't something that had a tremendous amount of replay value for me, even though it clearly has a tremendous amount of replay value.
Yeah, it has a massive amount.
I wouldn't be able to get back. Like, let's say Mountain Blade, for example. I'm gonna start. We're gonna go into mods after this, so I'll start talking about Mountain Blade mods. I can play Mountain Blade. I have open up my computer for me.
Yep.
And pass it over here.
Wait, Chris,
I have,
how many
can I just
hours you
interject for a
have
second?
on it?
I have a.
Can I
Okay,
just
actually,
interject?
just check how many hours. No, don't.
I can.
Can I just interject for 1 second, please?
Sure.
I just want to because you said that there's still a possibility of us that they might release it at VGX, but I was just on Bethesda Softworks Twitter, and they will not be releasing anything at VGX. That's just at VGX though.
Yeah, I think E3 is going to be the time.
Yeah, E3 or PAX, one of the PAX.
I didn't even know what the hell
PAX
VGX was
East.
before.
Yeah, I don't even know.
PAX East. So what was I just talking about? Mountain Blade. I have combined with Warband and Standard. I have.
I've got it.
I'm doing the edition right now. I have it right here.
Okay.
150 plus
It's 358.
350. No, 357 hours.
Jesus
So
Christ.
A few of those, I'm gonna say at least 48 hours of that is my friend Hayden, who shared my account with me for a while.
I remember that.
We just back and forth with Mountain Blade. Eventually, I changed the password on him because I got sick of him leeching off of my stuff.
Says the one who leeches off my Twitch.
I don't leech off of it. I'm a
You
participant.
pretend to.
I'm a participant. I joke about it. I will play Mountain Blade for hours on end, and then I will stop playing it, and I'll go and I'll get into another game, and I won't play it for a while. And I can go on and off and come back to it out like months later. But I could not do that with Terraria. However, to get back to my original point here, Starbound looks like something that I would like to play. And if
Really?
I ever get... Well, because I like the sci-fi element of it.
Alright.
And I like the traveling between planets, and all of that sounds very intriguing to me. Because I'm either sci-fi or fantasy. Harry's massaging my foot with his foot right now.
Well,
Very sensual.
my view on... Well, I watched gameplay from Squiddish and Dry Bear. Yeah, and I personally didn't like it. That's just me. Move on. Okay, we'll move on.
One last news here.
I also have one last news.
Okay.
I have one last news.
Mine's 10 seconds. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
Contagion is a game we picked up recently.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone picked it up on my recommendation. I would recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
With friends.
It has a lot of promise.
You have to have friends. It's
one of
in
those
beta right now. It's very fun if you have friends. Harry refuses to pick it up again for some reason.
I picked it up.
I thought you said. Well, no. I mean, you refused to play it again. You were like, "This not taking Contagion."
Well, I mean, I'll play it. I think it needs a lot of stuff.
It does need a lot of work. There's only 3
It's
maps.
beta.
Yeah.
But it's in beta. I mean, it's as opposed to things just going beta, guys, and then not getting any work on it just to get.
Such as Cube World, if you've ever played that.
Yeah, Cube World had so much promise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
but it just,
back to
it just
Contagion,
stopped.
so we don't get off track again, because we're at like 45 days.
All right, let's continue.
I played 4 hours of Contagion already, and I think only like 2 of those were with these guys, and I'm loving it. I've had a great time with it. So I would recommend picking that up. Greco, do your bit of news real quick.
My quick news also, as an avid player of XCOM, Enemy Unknown, when XCOM Enemy Within came, like it's out now, it's fantastic. Some of the other DLCs, I forget what they're called, but like they just added like a little bit of storyline. But with Enemy Within, they added two new enemy types, and they added mechs, which is absolutely fantastic.
An Enemy Within.
Yeah, an Enemy Within. They have like mechs now. It is.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. And there's like, they fixed a bunch of things with it, but I'm not going to go into it because we don't have enough time. But
Yeah.
Enemy Within.
Oh shit!
it's a-
Sorry.
Okay,
What
come
are you
on.
doing, Harry? God
I was
damn it.
actually.
We're not.
I'm at
It's
least
not
researching
public
things.
I
We're gonna
was.
talk.
man.
I have 2 mods. We're moving on to the mod section now.
Alright.
I have 2 mods to talk about here. So if you've watched our stream, Okay. If you watched Harry's stream, so Harry doesn't piss himself and start yelling at me
I'm
about
also
how it's
starting
not
the stream.
ours.
Yes.
We all star in
You
this
can
stream.
get-
Let's be honest. We star in this. Oh, did you say star or starting?
I'm starting and also
Oh,
starring.
We star in Harry's stream. We're
You need to get a camera.
I do need to get a camera for streaming, but I'm more focusing on YouTube stuff. I'm making a stockpile
Guys.
before I read. Okay,
that's
sorry.
a fucking topic.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
T-Rex.com.
Shamelessly plugs himself.
Plug.
Shamelessly plugs himself.
You're
Took it
gonna do it
anyway.
anyway. Yeah, discreet back.
I'll do it later. Yeah, discreet bang. Discreet
Let's go.
bang. You guys will find me. Don't worry.
Come on, mods.
So we have 2 mods here. One of them was released a while ago, and one of them has not been released yet. For respectively Fallout and Mountain Blade. Yeah, I know it just looks silly.
Yeah,
it
it
does. He's gotten a lot of flack about that.
what?
You'll see. So, first one, I'm going to go to the Mountain Blade mod that has not been released yet. To be determined for the release date. If you go on ModDB, you look up The Reckoning. It's a Mountain Blade Warband mod that it's a complete conversion that turns it into a zombie apocalypse, like post-apocalyptic zombie game. And from what I've seen, it looks spectacular. There's one guy working on this game, a single person, and he's done a spectacular job. I actually gave him the honor of getting my vote for Mod of the Year on Mountain Blade. Spectacular job so far. If you want, he's just changed the game. So you guys are like having that conversation.
I'm trying to.
Like,
Harry's playing with the
make a
keys,
change.
but like it's gonna be like.
So, anyway, yeah. Just,
Okay, that's gonna be loud.
yeah, I'm gonna start doing dubstep. So, fantastic mod. This one guy's doing it all himself, and it's looking good. So the other one, if you watch the stream, as I was saying before we started talking about Greco and started plugging him, I constantly, whenever we're playing a game, as soon as things get like mildly intense, my
Oh my
mind
God.
wanders constantly.
Extreme. That's
It's-
it.
Yeah, far.
It's constantly wandering. As you can tell right now, my mind's constantly wandering. So
He also likes to take
I-
a leadership role
I am forcing my way through
as you
everything.
bulldoze my little section.
I did
Yeah.
bulldoze Starbound. I apologize. I bull rushed you on that, but I am the mod. I'm
Kinda
the
used
mod commander here. So, I'm gonna call.
I'm
I'm
saying-
gonna refer to
I'm-
myself as that mod
Yeah, but
commander.
I'm saying in general, like, whenever we're doing
whoa,
like in Contagion, you're like, all right, let's do this. Let's get,
it's-
let's go get the
I-
keys and like.
Well, because Harry's fucking running around
Sorry.
popping domes.
Sorry.
But I know what I'm doing.
Well, Harry doesn't.
Sorry.
So it's very
Sorry.
Anyway, he likes to take a leadership role. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Something.
It's a good thing.
Well, let's get back. So Jake likes to open leads.
I like to alt tab in the middle of very
Jesus,
intense
yeah.
firefights during games and start
damn it.
looking at Fallout mods because while they're yelling at me to get back on track and actually play, I'm like, yeah.
Whatever.
Hold on, I'm downloading this mod.
Let me just download this mod. Unfortunately, the next
You have yet to
mod
play.
manager is down. I haven't. Here's the funny thing. I haven't played Fallout New Vegas for a very long time.
And all you've done is download
I've downloaded a
mods.
shit ton of mods. Have not played the game itself.
Watch,
I
it's
just
not gonna
constant.
work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
I
'cause
have
it's
to. I've spent the last day and a half. I tried to play it last night, and I've just been erasing mods from it. So that
How
doesn't.
many do you have?
I,
Oh, God.
I can't get the exact count. Way too many.
Too many.
22 companion mods, 17 gameplay changes, 13 models textures, 5 unassigned, 31 weapon mods,
On the side.
2 utility mods, 2 save games characters, 11 animations, 23 armors, 2 bug fixes, 10 buildings, 19 clothing, and that's it.
You guys do the math.
That is too much.
6 miscellaneous as well.
You do the math.
That
Yeah,
is-
you guys figure that out. It's a shit ton of mods.
way
A lot
too
of them
many
conflict. I've never even. Here's my problem. Instead of actually trying to mess with the load order, because that would,
He's fuzzy game.
I'd have to look that up. I play the game, and then if it doesn't work, I just start erasing
Bleeding and
mods.
man.
Yep.
Start over.
And then start re-downloading mods, and it's a vicious cycle.
It's in
So
there.
anyway, this is a mod that has been released for a while. They haven't updated the second part of it yet, as far as I know, which kind of bugs me because the first part was so damn small. Fallout Project Brazil. I'm sure you guys saw that coming from a mile.
I've heard of that.
You were looking at the trailer for it earlier, weren't you?
I know. Before I saw that, I played a little bit before.
It's
The
always-
bar itself is red. So
Yep.
that would be
It's
red.
Go on.
So
Whatever that means.
Project Brazil released the first part a while ago. The first day, it's coming in 3 installments. The first one is just like the introduction. What do you?
I was talking to him.
Continue your story, Weed.
I feel like I'm gonna be like. I feel like I'm bull rushing you guys.
The only reason why I'm not in full attention of your
'Cause he's
story.
not-
No,
is
you
because I
guys don't need to
play
be.
Fallout
Don't fuck yourself. You guys need to pay attention.
Never paid attention.
So, it's really well done. The first part, it's like playing an actual Fallout game. It's very well done, and like you, basically it's the introductory part where you go through the vault, and it ends as soon as you get out of the vault, which is about 2 hours. If you do every side quest, it's about 2 hours of gameplay. My thing here is it's been a few months. I think it released in either May or April this year. It's December, and they haven't released the second part yet. I mean, if 2 hours, let me see how long. I'm looking on the page right now. I think they said that it took them
Sorry.
it took them like 4 or 5 years. It took them a shit ton of time just to do 2 hours worth of that. It's really high quality, don't get me wrong, but then as soon as you get out the vault, you can continue playing obviously, and there's an open world, but there's no quests, and
So,
you can walk around.
This
and
retakes this changes the entire game if you choose to.
yes, yeah, you can. You play an entirely different game, and that's really cool. And it's a completely new protagonist and a completely new story, but the story
It's so short.
is extremely short, and I don't know why they haven't made a part 2 yet.
5 years to make.
It took them 4 years to do 2 hours of gameplay. That's a rough estimate. It's probably a little more. I haven't played it for a while because I played it at one time and I was like, wait,
Is this it?
this is really it? And then I didn't even bother exploring very much. I killed like 3 guys because as soon as you get out of the vault, there's like 20 million bad guys who want to kill you. They're like cannibals or something. I can't really remember. And they come right at you and you pretty much die. Like that's you die because you have to kill them. You have to be in God mode to kill them because they're so high leveled. And I think that's intended because
There's gonna be
part of
more.
me says like they don't want you to just explore yet because it's not fully finished and they want you to just end there. So that's why they're killing you. But I mean that's kind of dumb and it's still I don't know. Point being, it was so tremendously short and it's very unfortunate because the story is so well crafted and the second part should be out by now. And the thing is, if it took them 4 or 5 friggin' years... Oh, never mind. No, never mind. I was gonna say, the thing here says it was uploaded at 8th of January 2012, but the game did not come out then. So that would be misinformation. I'm gonna close my computer and put it aside so I can focus on my conversation here, but...
If you guys don't know yet, Jacob is our literature.
What?
You're our literature. You like writing
Did I
shit.
use big words? Yeah, I do. I'm all about stories and games. I don't play games because I like shooting things.
Well, that is one of the reasons.
Admittedly, being a badass is an added perk to playing video games, but I play games for the story, such as Mass Effect and Dragon Age and all of BioWare's My first game that I actually played myself was Knights of the Old Republic 1. I remember watching Big Steve play that. You guys know Big Steve.
Yep.
Who's Big Steve?
Yeah, you've known Big Steve. You call him
Explain the Big C.
Big Steve is my father.
There you go.
That's all the explanation you need.
Boom.
I remember watching him play that in like whatever when it came out, like 01 or whatever, and it was just the best thing ever. And the story was so good, and it was awesome. So I started working on the one of the coder mods for the second one, Revenge of Revan. I think I sent the guy a message, and he put me on the team as a writer. I think we stopped working on it because I haven't gotten anything for a while, and there hasn't been any updates, so I haven't just been cut out of the loop.
From what?
Revenge of Revan. Look it up on ModDB right now. I'm part of the team.
That's
that's actually one of my
Revenge of
higher...
what?
Revenge of Revan.
How do you spell Revan?
REVA.
Yeah, I got it.
It's gonna be a good mod if it ever comes out. I hate to plug myself here. I actually didn't realize I was plugging myself, but it's gonna be fun. And
We're
we
fun.
have T-5 dicks till I have to get going.
So how are we gonna wrap
Probably
this
should have
up?
started this earlier.
Yeah,
We probably should have. Yeah, we spent.
Well, this is the
came
first.
over- let's talk about this for a minute. We came over. Me and Greco came over here at about 6.
Yep.
It's
Was it really 6?
10:25. It was
Yeah,
probably
it
6:30.
was 6:30.
Probably 6:15 to be exact.
5 hours. 4.5 hours.
We spent a long time playing Payday and a long time going to Greco's house. Me and Greco took an adventure to Greco's house to get his entire computer. It's over there. It's
Did
his
we?
fucking desktop. We brought
Well,
his
that-
desktop over here.
Well, that's what we're recording on right now.
I'm not complaining because we're recording on it.
Yeah.
Good plug.
Wait, hold on.
It's kind of necessary.
Wait, hold on. Did we even talk about Payday 2?
No.
Well, we
Well, we played Payday 2.
we play Payday 2 and we can talk.
DLCs
about
are
it
out,
another
grenades are in it, love it. Anyway, continue.
Grenades are very good. I just realized I've like taken over most of this podcast.
Yeah,
so
you've probably spoken for about 40 minutes of the.
But this is our first one.
I
We're
can,
just-
I can run my
We're
mouth.
new.
So if you guys want to start talking, like
No, you were.
We've got
finished
4.
your-
We've got 4 minutes. So.
if someone
We've
wants to
got-
wrap it up, I
We've got
mean,
4 minutes.
I think we should do something that isn't video game news. But if anybody has a story to tell,
Well, I mean,
We started
we're
off
going,
with stories.
we're going to be going. Well, they will be going to.
yeah, we are.
PAX.
Let's discuss PAX. Greco, you wanna talk about PAX?
Oh, PAX East. All right. What is it? Isn't it like April
April
13th? It's 11th to the
10th,
13th.
I think.
I will not be there.
13th.
I
I think
will
it's
be there
Harry,
via
we will
iPad.
bring an iPad and we will Skype Harry.
Yeah,
I will
you'll be
be-
there.
Harry will
Yeah.
be there in spirit.
Yeah. We're gonna bring a picture of him.
Well, no, we'll just have him Skyped on the iPad.
Yeah, I know.
Or my
Like,
phone.
if
Will the
you-
iPad have 3G?
See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Buy 3G. They'll probably have. They'll probably have Wi-Fi there. It's PAX.
Wait, hold on. I think no. They have free Wi-Fi.
Well, I'll bring my phone
Convention
anyway,
center.
so or you'll bring yours too.
No, I-
I'm bringing an iPad.
He will be there in spirit. All right.
He will
in
be there.
video.
Well, he'll be there in video form, one way or the
In
other.
video form. Yeah.
I might just call
Because he
him on
can't
my
make it.
phone and just be like, "All right, Harry's here on speakerphone." Here.
Yeah. There's that.
Or we'll just FaceTime.
Yeah.
Just do that.
FaceTime.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to PAX.
Yeah.
Greco, you want to talk
We're
about?
going in costume as well.
What do you guys mean? Payday?
Here's the thing. We're
we-
either going to be Payday or we're going to do each our own kind of thing. I'm going to be a Jedi when I go to Comic-Con next year. I don't know if either of you are accompanying me to Comic-Con. I'm going with Sean and
Okay.
Hayden as well. It's going to be really fun.
I'll see if I can.
Sean and Hayden are two of our other friends.
Yep.
Two of my other friends.
I could look online
I don't think
because
they're-
I could look online to buy some tickets actually. Not for Comic Con.
For PAX?
For PAX. Yeah, but they're like double the price now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, it's just Sunday. You're just getting Sunday.
Yeah,
Just
we're
Sunday.
only going Sunday.
I mean, you can do
Yeah,
that.
we are only
Or
going
we
Sunday.
could
by
we
the
could
way.
kill Alan and take his ticket.
Just kill Alan.
Um,
Kill Alan.
I forgot Alan was coming for a minute. I
Yeah,
feel
he-
bad now.
it's okay.
Don't tell him I said that. He will cut my.
Wait, we're posting this on YouTube.
Yeah, he's gonna listen. Okay, anyway. I don't know if he's gonna make
I'm
it
gonna
this
tell
far.
my dad
Speaking
I'm
of
on
which,
my way, just so he can't yell at me.
no, it'd be
See
like
the bridges up.
Oh
The
my
bridge
God.
is
send
up.
the bridges up. And
Well, then he'll look out the window and be like, "Oh, the bridge."
The bridge is not fucking up.
oh yeah, that's right. Anyway, if we don't go through the
I'll just
Payday
tell him
2
if he
stuff,
asked me that the bridge was up.
yeah.
Guys, well, this is our first.
This was very ramshackle. I had a fun time doing
It
this.
was good. I mean, I
Yeah,
hope
I enjoyed
everyone
it.
else liked it.
We definitely. I feel bad because I did bull rush it.
I
Okay.
don't really get what that means, but
It's an expression that doesn't make any sense in that setting.
Yeah, it's
So
the bull
segue.
what was the segue
The
for?
segue is going to be. God, oh my God, that was such a good segue. We need to discuss how much of a good segue that.
I don't even get the segue.
So you know
Dog.
what? So I'm gonna have a segment. Of course, I'm gonna have my own segment.
Oh, your
Guys,
segue.
you are.
douchebag.
I'm gonna have my own
Pick your own
segment for my own
podcast.
podcast.
So I'm wearing mismatched socks right now.
okay. Come on.
I'm gonna be blind and deaf.
I'm
So-
gonna be William Carter at PAX.
Who's
If,
William Carter?
if we don't go
if we do our
Payday
own thing.
2.
Yeah, you actually. This is the point here. You guys vote in the comments if anybody actually watches this. And we did that for the.
Are we actually
Black
going to
Friday
vote?
video too. Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
right.
Alright, fine.
I mean, we can just ignore them.
Ignore-
we can fudge the vote.
Fuck you guys for going to throw this.
Let us know. Let us know if you'd rather have us do Payday, or you want to see me in a
Payday.
Jedi costume and him in a William Carter.
William Carter.
William Carter.
He's not. He's
Not British, but we know a guy.
I'll be via
Oh, British.
iPad, so
He'll be the iPad regardless.
Yeah.
You'll wear a Dallas mask.
I will find
And-
that. I'm chained. I'm chained.
You'll wear blackface. And then
Rockstar!
It's a blackface. It's a blackface.
What is this black mask and
So
Batman?
funny.
Jesus.
So,
Hello, ladies.
what were you talking about?
I don't know. You were trying to ramble off on your own
Okay.
segment.
My own segment, because I'm a douchebag and I'm
Yeah.
taking my own segment. So,
This one.
this is
I
a very
like
short
it.
segment. This is a very short segment here. It's gonna be
One-liner of the
every
week.
week. Yep. Every time Harry says something, I have something to come back at and just.
One-liner.
The segment's gonna be called "You Know What They Say" because I go, well, you know what they say.
It's a short segment because
And then
Harry
I
doesn't
say-
say much.
I say some random, that was good. I say some random ass thing, some random ass one-liner that doesn't make any sense in the.
That's how the
context of it.
cookie crumbles in
Yep,
the
it's-
context.
Typically,
What was mine in the
for a
car?
good while, it was. Oh, you had a good one. I forget what it was.
Had a really
But,
dumb one.
Because you messed it up too. That was the better part.
That's the best part.
Oh God! But so there's a couple of standards here for this week. Since I don't have
You
a
have
good one
none?
prepared, we're just gonna go with the old classic. And are we gonna close it out with this or?
No.
No, yes, what else to say?
I don't know. It's fine.
No.
I don't have any.
Speaks. Then we're gonna close it up.
Okay. So who are you?
I'm H-Man. No, do your one-liner.
I think that should be at the end.
Really?
Hey guys, H-Man here, coming to you live from, not live, but from podcast, and we're gonna be closing up here. I'm H-Man.
I'm T-Rex.
And
The two
I'm
X's.
Mystery Penguin.
Two X's.
And
No space.
you know what they say.
What did it say? What did it say, Jay?
What do they say?
What?
Well,
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much.
Done.
It's a turn off.
Done.
yeah, that was fun.
Okay.